ダメだねダメよダメなのよあんたが好きで好きすぎてどれだけ
Oppa Gundam style, everybody, and welcome to Wow Cool Robot, a podcast about Mobile Suit Gundam. I'm Max, I use he, him pronouns, and with me as always is Sarah.
Hey, it's me, Sarah. I use she, her pronouns.
It's Sarah the motherfucking degree haver up in here.
They're calling me Sarah the degree haver. I got an email today that my bachelor's degree, my application for my bachelor's degree did in fact get accepted. So, they're calling me 2 degrees Sarah because I have 2 bachelor's degrees for some fucking reason.
You gave him the old double batch.
Right. Like, I don't mean to sound like I'm too humble, but, like, I have a very low opinion of myself, and the idea of me being a person with 2 degrees is, like, it's a little bit out there for me.
I mean, less of that, a podcaster with 2 degrees, even.
This is true. The world's first tiger with 2 degrees and podcasts.
I'm gonna see a fucking, like, Dodo Instagram video on this. Shocking
Yes.
world scientist.
This tiger just became the world's first woman. This is okay. So this has been reminding me that I'm doing name change stuff, right? I'm in the process of getting that ball rolling, and a handful of my friends, I've mentioned to a couple of people that I want to chase a doctorate eventually for this. And when I say eventually, I mean I'm going to graduate school in the fall for the purpose of going to this doctorate. So not that eventually, but I digress. And the people have been like jokingly referring to me as Dr. Tigers. And then it just hit me that it'd be really funny for my name to be legally Dr. Tigers, but like I would keep the pronunciation like my current last name, because my current last name is Rogers, which is just 2 letters off of Tigers.
Yeah.
But it'd be funny if I kept kept the soft G, like Tigers.
Tigers.
I just think would be really funny, like 8 years from now, some like sophomore SUNY Brockport student saunters into the office of one Dr. Tigers, and it is just like covered from head to toe. This woman is wearing like 3 articles of tiger clothing. She's got like little tiger sculptures, tiger posters, paintings, art. Everything in her office is tigers. And she shakes your hand and she says, "Oh, it's pronounced Tigers, actually."
The hardest fucking swerve you could ever impose upon someone.
Just a great bit, IMO.
Tigers. I like that shit. That's good.
I will not be changing my last name to Tigers, I don't think, despite what I kind of want to, but like I think it would actually physically kill my mother if I did that. I've been thinking about just like changing, like having one of my middle names be Tigers and then just going by Sarah Tigers.
Here's the thing. You can have a lot of middle names, I hear.
I can and I will.
It's free names is what it is.
It's free names. I genuinely wish it was easier to change your name. God, it's the fact that it's like so much fucking money to. I don't want to get into my whole fucking trans healthcare diatribe here, but it's ridiculous that it can cost me $250 to change my fucking name.
Yeah, that's quite frankly nuts. There's like that tweet that's going around. It's like it's gonna get real easy to change your name when all the kids named Khaleesi turn 18.
I just gotta hold out till Game of Thrones premiered in 2011, so that means that we're gonna be looking at like
2030-ish, yeah.
2029, 20. Okay, I just gotta hold on my name change till then.
Yeah, fucking Naze Jasly, you're named after the 2 bravest men I know. Okay, let's talk about
imagining someone whose blorbo for this show is Jasly. Like I'm just like
I don't know if such a specimen exists. My Blorbo is Jared Mesa of Zeta Gundam, and like he's definitely more of a, I wouldn't say universally beloved, but like he has redeeming qualities. And Jasly, aside from his cool coat, that's really all he has going for him.
Jasly's coat is cool, but it's absolutely dripless on him. Like it looks like he fucking stole the wardrobe from like a blaxploitation film or something. Yeah. And like everyone who was on that cast made that outfit look so much better than he does.
Yeah. I mean, look, we don't gotta look at him for that much longer.
Waka waka. Yeah, he was absolutely fucking dripless in the sexual skin tight suit today.
Yeah,
also.
I don't want to see his form. No, thank you. Let's get into it. We got some shit. We got a lot to talk about on these episodes. There were some good things in these episodes. There were some things I have grievance was. Yeah, we have some general grievances here.
First episode, big naturals for a human.
Pretty good. That's episode 41.
Thanks.
Despite Naze no longer being a part of Tewa's, McMurder holds his funeral aboard the Saisei anyway, much to Jasley's anger. He constantly tries to egg on Tekadon into open conflict with him so he can take McMurder out and become the head of Tewa's, but Tekadon refused to take the bait, remembering Naze's words to them about looking out only for themselves. All the Turbans girls are still able to work under Tewa's, but Lofter goes to talk to Akihiro about her uncertain future. They lift each other up and give each other certainty about their paths and part ways. Meanwhile, Mika agrees to have a baby with Atra. Outstanding! The next day, as Lofter and Ozzy are both shopping, Lofter's gunned down by one of Jasley's goons, prompting Tekadon to get ready for open conflict with both him and Eok. Orga knows Tekadon won't be able to remain a part of Tewa's after this, and he allies with the only person they have left, Megillus Farid. So we're on a path.
Yeah, we're on a path. I'll save my thoughts on Laughter's death until we get there, because I have some thoughts about it.
Yeah. Okay. So the episode starts out sad again because like no one could recover Naze or Amida. Like Gjallarhorn just like took the ship, took the suit.
Yep.
So they have like a sort of I think it's like kind of a chest of belongings, kind of like what they did to the human debris way back when.
Right, it's their when you faint in Pokemon Arceus.
Yeah, they took half their GP.
Yeah, it's so sad.
Jasley's like fucking pissed off at McMurder because he's like still going with Naze's funeral, even though Jasley's like, but he was a traitor. He belonged to an illegal organization. McMurder's like, I'm holding a funeral for a friend. That's all.
Yeah.
Why are you acting so weird about this, Jasley?
I fucking hate that I invoke this shit now because like I made it my entire life without reading Harry Potter, and now I like listen to a podcast too much about this, and I like McMurdo is just Dumbledoring around.
I mean, fucking kinda. He's like,
I'm holding a funeral. I am but holding a funeral for a friend.
McMurder's such a weird fucking character.
I don't get him. I don't really feel like I need to. Like, he can just be like a force for whatever the story wants to be. Like, because he's not really a character. Yeah, I just don't get him.
He contains multitudes, and I don't care to explore any of them.
Yeah, he has many alter egos count as Bluetooth flagrantes.
Can I tell you, fucking last couple days ago, we were recording Yu-Gi-Oh! And Elliot and I both made a Countess Fuji Flagrante joke at the exact same time. And later on, our guest Devin like led me into there's a character called Fubuki in Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, and so like we came up with Fubuchi Flagrante, and if that ain't just Flagrante? The most fun thing to say, I was in fucking tears saying it.
I told you, Shaz, you can't handle Fubuchi. You can't handle them Fubuchi.
Oh god. Jasley also like super wants to kill McMurder. He's like,
yeah, he wants to retire him.
He wants to put the old man out to pasture because he's like, next in line. He's second in line. So when we like cut to the funeral of Naze and Amida, like Jasley and his goons walk in, and they're like just being like loud and rowdy, being like, "Oh, look at," like slapping each other on the backs, like we made the biggest flower arrangement, just like trying to get someone to like throw a punch at them, basically.
Yeah, they're like, "Oh, damn, you space rights are stinky. Your brother was fail. His long hair was nasty. Plus L, plus ratio, plus no bitches, plus no biscuit."
Yeah, like trying like some internet troll bullshit. It doesn't really work because everyone's like. Just like everyone's pissed off, obviously, but everyone understands that like maybe attacking these guys at a funeral is not the move.
Yeah. I don't know why, but what's strung into my head was that like that old comic that's like the V for Vendetta mask charging at a hail of gunfire, and like under the mask he's etched onto his skull, yell at black people on the internet.
Yeah.
Like that, but Jasley is charging in with the V for Vendetta mask on, and it says yell at orphans on the internet.
Yeah, like it's really funny. Like, this story would be
and ideas are bulletproof.
Jesus fucking Christ. That's like, that's some shit McGillis believes in. But, like, when you really boil it down, it sounds like a very coherent plot of, the second, the Mafia's second in command really wants to take out the competition so he can become the leader. And then you realize that the competition is like a bunch of teenagers. It's like, well, hold on.
Right. It's a little bit, it's Hiram Lodge complaining about
it really is Hiram Lodge. Oh my god.
Jasley's second in command is like, did you say high schooler, boss?
God. I think that Archie and his friends should all get some mobile suits to fuck around in.
I think Cheryl Blossom deserves a mobile suit. No one else does, but Cheryl Blossom does.
Probably owns one, honestly.
Season 6 of Riverdale, please put them in robots.
We cut as they're at the funeral to like the baby room, and it's Atra and Hush are taking care of the babies, and Hush is like, Miss Atra, what do I do? This one's peeing.
I love Hush so much. Hush is like, Hush has been much less of a character in this season than I kind of expected, which like I'm not complaining about. I just like kind of anticipated seeing more of him, but I really liked what I have seen of him. He's a very funny character, and like much ever since he decided to be Mika's like his gopher, his errand boy. It's very funny just like seeing him not be Bakugo, like grr, I must be the cool epic mobile pilot.
He wants to be his mini Mika.
His mini Mika.
We do get a cute shot of like Mika just kind of staring at one of the babies, just like
because he's like lying on the
these
floor.
blank stares.
Yeah, it's really cute. Later, Mika says that baby looked like Naze, and he's like, "So that's how lineages go on."
Yeah. Oh, I understand. Gregor Mendel was onto something with this.
Yep.
We get Nick Murder's talking to Echo and Laughter and Ozzy. And we learn that, like, they're still going to work with Teiwaz if they want to, because, like, their work is invaluable. Again, there's fucking 50,000 of them. But they can't, like, pilot anymore because, you know, they were branded an illegal organization, so it's just a lot of red tape to go through. But, like, they still have a place.
It rang ever so slightly of Heaven Will Be Mine to me. Have you played that one?
I have not.
I have not either, I'll admit, but there's this detail that I know about it that is extremely compelling to me, which is that the protagonist is like a lady mech pilot, and every time someone calls her like the best pilot, she corrects them and says like the best pilot remaining, because after the war all the men and straight people went home to their families, and so the women are just out there, the women and gays are just out there shooting around.
Yeah, out there vibing. Huh, interesting.
Yeah. Which I don't know, that comparison made more sense when I wrote it down yesterday.
I can see the threads.
Yeah.
I'm doing Tanjiro. I'm looking at threads.
Yeah.
I started reading Demon
good.
Slayer, if you couldn't tell.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's good. I like it quite a bit, actually.
The one problem with Demon Slayer is that I do not really have a blorbo about it, which is like not really. It's not the show or manga's fault. It's just there's no one that I really like imprinted on. Like Zenitsu is
Zenitsu is like blorbo adjacent to me. He's almost there.
Zenitsu. I like any guy who gets knocked out and then becomes more powerful and then wakes up and is like, what the fuck did I just do?
Yeah.
Like I think this all comes from my Detective Conan love, where Kagoro just like gets every case Kagoro gets knocked out by Conan, and then he uses the voice changing bow tie to like make it seem like Kagoro solved everything.
It's so fucking that never gets old.
Never gets old. He's just like this incredibly heavily acclaimed like detective, and people meet him and are like, Kagoro Mori, are you? I've heard so much about you, and he's just like this brash, boorish, stupid piece of shit.
Yeah.
It's so fucking funny. He sucks so much. Great fail dad. Top tier fail dad.
The best characters are the fail characters.
Yeah, this is true.
We get a little flashback.
Yeah, we do. We get like a good I continue to be surprised by this show's good polyamory discussion. Like the way that it frames it in a decent way. Like this is just retreading the same ground from like season 1, where Almeida talks about like, it as a meal, where it's like, wouldn't you want to share a good steak with a bunch of people? And it's which I just liked it. It's cute. But then she also furthers that logic and is like, well, Laughter must really be in love if she can take Akihiro's love fully and like doesn't feel the need to share it with other people, which is like a slightly weird framing of polyamory, but like it being like, this is like 90 to 95% on track with what I would call good, and like that is better than I expected, which was about 10 to 15% on track of being good.
Right, exactly. But the whole thing is like, yeah,
it's cute.
If
Laughter,
Laughter
love, they love each other. They carry each other.
It's nice. We get a scene after this of Rustal talking to Eok. He's like, Eok, you need to fucking calm down quite a bit, my guy. You gotta stop taking out illegal weapons for your schemes. Dude,
I need you to look at the OP of this show and tell me how many frames of it you are in. You need to be more, you are not the protagonist of this show.
Eok, there's too much scrutiny on you right now. Oh, God.
You are not getting the minutes, but you are not getting those Kevin Durant minutes, my boy.
Yeah. We get another kind of like reiteration of Tekadon's refusal to get involved with Jazly. Like, it's the leadership talking, and like they all know Jazly's behind this, but you know, Orga's saying that Naze wouldn't want them to go out for revenge. Like if they act out, it'll cause trouble for the remaining turbines, which, you know, pretty level-headed way to go about this.
Yep. Ride comes in and says, "Laughter is here. Yay."
That's what I say. That's fucking stupid. That's what I say whenever I turn on Comedy Central.
Laughter is here. Yay. That's their new tagline.
That should be its tagline. Laughter is here.
Yay.
Yeah.
You gotta add the yay. It also doesn't fucking matter.
So fucking stupid.
Super fucking shit.
That might be, Sarah, I think this might be the stupidest thing we've said in this entire podcast run so far.
That's laughter is here. Yay.
Yay. God damn it. Oh god, it's the yay that really carries it, isn't it?
Oh, yay! It's like just a step removed to the German child going, yippee! Yippee!
No, little German boy, don't go in the mobile suit cockpit!
Oh my god! This cockpit is full of teen and trauma!
So Laughter's talking to Akihiro in the hallway. And she like asks him,
this
like,
scene is so cute.
This scene fucking rules. She asks him if he wants to get drinks. He's like, I'll get the boys. And she's all disappointed. And like Eugene and Sheena are like making pog face around the corner about it. And there's like, we're not here. Turn the fuck around and go by yourself.
Yeah, go alone, idiot. And then they go to our favorite bar.
Pub Someday. Let's fucking go.
We're back to Pub Someday, right next door to Pub Always, baby.
Also, apparently down the street from the fucking Saisei Build-A-Bear.
Yes, the Bear Factory.
The Bear Factory.
I am popping so much on my audio. I'm so sorry for when you edit this.
Like, but this scene at the bar is so good. Like, it's not like this childish, well, not childish, but like, you know, it's not like this declaration of love. It's them just like being very like uplifting and kind towards each other. You know, it's like such a very good character moment here.
Yeah, it really is. It's a really cute scene. Laughter like reminisces about her time before the turbines, working with a bunch of women for a shit man, and then the ultimate MILF Amida and her failed husband saved them.
Mm-hmm. Amida and another guy show up. Yes.
I have to say, the fact that Ozzy and Laughter and like all the women of the turbines specifically call Amida ma'am, like they call Naze, like sometimes Laughter will call him like honey or something, but like, you know, just like a pet name. The fact that they all call Amida ma'am is horny. I'm sorry, I have to say it.
Okay, so I literally didn't notice them all calling Amida ma'am until like this episode. I don't know if that just started now.
No, I'm pretty sure it does. Like, I'm pretty sure Ozzy like when not speaking directly to Amida, Ozzy does refer to her as ma'am.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
She's only ma'am in death, I guess.
I guess so.
But yeah,
so,
like
respect your MILFs, respect your doms.
Please respect. Laughter talks about how, you know, Naze and Amida and everyone else made her in the person she is, and Akihiro says the same thing about Tekadon. Laughter, she kind of like you says, like, Akihiro, you're an awkward, caring person, and he thinks that she's making fun of him, but no, she's like, I'm praising you. Those qualities are what made me fall, ... It's nice. It's just very cute. It's very sweet. Yeah. I can't wait for something bad to happen after this.
Yeah, they say goodbye, and Laughter gives him a really squeezy hug, and
she says cute. Squeeze out loud. It's so good.
She does. Akihiro gets blushy, and they walk off. And my note says, "Parting is such sweet sorrow, but at least Laughter will be out of the line of fire."
How's your cereal, Sarah?
You know what? These Fruit Loops are fucking delicious, Max. I gotta tell you.
Hey, you know what? Complete fucking insane sidebar. It's related, but it's insane. So there's a Lidl down the road from us. There's like a Lidl and a Giant. And Giant's where we go to do like our, you know, kind of like main weekly grocery runs. But I'll pick stuff up from Lidl here and there on the way home from work.
Okay, these are grocery. I don't know what the fuck Lidl or do you mean? Like,
I forgot grocery stores are regional.
Yeah, we have Wegmans up here.
Okay, yeah. Oh, I love a good Weggy. No, Giant's like, you know, your standard fucking Wegmans, Harris Teeter, etc.
Okay. Neither of those make any sense to me.
Yeah, okay. Lidl is like a German brand.
Gotcha.
Lidl has a ton. What they do is like they'll have boxes that are imitate other name brand boxes, so they look similar, but they're not. They all say like Lidl on them.
Gotcha.
Lidl, if you care to look it up.
Lidl.
But their cereal, since it's a German brand, they use like EU regulations, so their cereal doesn't have like, you know, the insane like coloring dyes that American cereal has. So we'll get Fruit Loops, and it'll be like, you know, it'll just kind of be like on a spectrum from like purple to like yellowish green. Like, you know, much more natural colors.
Low saturation Fruit Loops.
Yeah, let me tell you, it tastes a lot better that way when you're not like having weird, you know, yellow, not yellow cake. That's uranium. I imagine cereal does taste better without uranium in it too, but you know,
I wouldn't know. I've only ever had it with.
Yeah, it gives it a nice healthy glow. But I you know, Fruit Loops, good cereal. Get it from Lidl or Aldi, I guess. This is my soapbox right now.
Thank you, Lidl. Thank you, Lidl, for sponsoring this podcast.
Please, God.
Wow, cool, Lidl.
So Orga's. We cut to Orga. He's thinking. He's having
mourning.
a stink. He's mourning. Yeah, he remembers Naze's words about, you know, you just want to go so fast to your destination. You got to ignore what happens to me and just focus on Tekkadan. Focus on you. Don't fuck it up. Don't do you, but instead do what's best for your family. Take it slow. I think he won't.
No, Orga doesn't know what the fuck slow means.
Yeah. And then we get another very cute scene of
this scene is. I can't decide how I feel about the Atra baby subplot. It's very, because the thing is that, like, the childish way that she is, like, oh, like, the way that she views a baby in a way that, like, a teenager sees babies as, like, not a human, not a responsible, like, it's funny and realistic. Like, I genuinely do think it's cute. On the other hand, it's terrifying. I don't think Atra, no disrespect to Atra, I love her, but, like, she's baby. That's a whole human.
She's baby. Like, I think it's like, yeah, again, I feel like she is very insistent about this because she, you know, again, like last week, she wants to have Mika tied down, or tie Mika down, whatever. And I think she might recognize that, like, Tekkadan's just getting into worse and worse shit, and, like, something's gonna happen if she's not able to, like, pull Mika out of it soon. Mm-hmm. So she's definitely being, like, more insistent about it than she was. And weirdly enough, Mika's like, okay, cool, let's do it. Let's have a baby.
Not to, you know, fucking putting $1 in the Higurashi references jar, but, like, the way that, like, this has clearly crystallized for her in her head as, like, the one solution. And, do you mind if I talk about some chapter 3 spoilers of Higurashi? Okay, so, chapter 3 of Higurashi, that chapter of the 8 chapters, Tatori Goroshi, is about Satoko, the character Satoko, and the abuse that she faces at the hands of her uncle. And at one point, maybe a third of the way into the chapter, Keiichi latches onto the idea that the only way to save Satoko from her cycle of abuse is to murder her uncle Teppei. And he is just like, this is the only thing. Clearly, this is the right way. That's it. And just like latches onto it and does the damn thing. And I'm seeing a little bit of that in Atra here. Granted, murder far more of a, you know, far more of a morally questionable decision than having a baby. But, like, I think it's interesting the way that, like, Atra has just, like, latched onto this as, like, her idea of, this is what I have to do. This is, like, this is the role that I can play to save my favorite special little guy. My 5-foot-something and he's royalty guy.
Yeah.
My short king.
My
Dort king.
My Dort king. Yeah, it's this very, like, naive worldview, but, like, it does fit
makes sense
for her character.
No, it totally does. Like, I think I sound like I'm, like, down on this for some reason. I like it. I do. It's very misguided in a way that makes a lot of sense for these characters, for their like environment, for the fucking allegory of the cave that they live in.
Yeah.
Like them seeing babies as like these like, not seeing a baby as like a thing you have as like a couple, but as like a tool. It makes sense, or as like a thing that just like happens.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not talking about it very clearly. I apologize. But...
No, I totally understand what you're saying. Like, they're not seeing a baby as like a lifelong commitment. They're seeing a baby as like almost like a tool. Like, it's like a much more utilitarian view of childbirth and parenthood, and like one that certainly makes sense given their upbringing. You know. And Atra's like fucking scrambled after this. Like we cut to
I thought
she
her
had
reactions in this. I talked about like the grander thing of this arc for her, but like the reactions that she has in this scene are so cute. And like Mika's like, aren't you going to go make some babies? I think it'll be fun if there's a baby on board. And Atra's like, oh, you don't even care who I make babies with? I'm small potatoes. I'm not important.
Yeah.
And Atra's like, I kind of want to make baby with you. And he's like, well, do you want to? And she's like,
her head is like bright pink.
Her anime vents like just start blasting steam.
Yeah, they perk up, and like we cut to her in the mess hall. I thought she had a beer. It'd be really funny if she had just like slam a beer afterwards to calm down. It's like it's the thing of chalky milk, which is even better. I think.
Like fucking Inspector Gadget rolling up to the bar and saying, "Give me a milk."
Yeah, Mika here. He hands her, "Here, have a chalky milk because you're epic."
Here, have a chalky milk because you're pregnant.
Because your mommy. Hush walks in and she's like, "Hi, Hush. Can you take care of the laundry and breakfast tomorrow?" Just like, Hush is like, "Oh, you're really going through it, huh?" It's nice. He doesn't like complain. He's just like, "Okay, all right, I understand."
Mm-hmm.
Jasly is still here. He's still fucking mad because Tekadon hasn't taken
he's mad
the
that
bait.
Tekadon didn't rise to their bait and sock him square in the jaw at the funeral. And he says, well, time to make them angrier. Time to... This fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Because this is... So what happens is, like, oh, it's time to make them angrier. And so we cut to Ozzy and Laughter on Saisei, and they're about to, like, head to wherever the hell they're, like, disembarking for. And Ozzy is like, oh, I gotta go back to that last store. I forgot to buy something. And Laughter, like, pops into the Build-A-Bear down the street. And she picks up, like, oh, a cute little, like, a teddy bear with the eyebrows, like Akihiro. And she's like, oh, it looks like him. I think I'll take this. And then she looks out the window, and there's a gunman, and he shoots her, like, 5 times through the window and kills her. This fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Like, you remember that I was kind of like clamoring for Ozzy and Laughter to die in season 1 even. Like,
yeah.
I obviously do not think that like Laughter or Ozzy or any of the women in the show dying is like inherently misogynistic, but the way that she is taken up fucking sucks. And the way that it's like, it's you know, she's being fridged, and the fact that the show even basically says like, oh, let's kill this woman to make Tekadon so fucking mad. I hate this. Like, yeah. I'm sorry. This just like, this is genuinely still an emotionally affecting scene. Like, especially the way that Ozzy reacts when she comes to the scene and like sees. We don't even see Laughter's body. We just see her getting popped through the outside of the window, and then we see like the blood-stained teddy bear. And it is a very emotionally affecting scene. It's very sudden, but it's like,
she doesn't get an opportunity to do anything about it. Like, she's just, it's just boom, gone. And it's like, well, okay, like, she feels like a fucking pawn being moved to further the story along at this point.
And it really does feel like that. Like, I would not have had, like, it's not even that Ozzy getting killed outside of her mobile suit is what I had a problem with. Like, this could have been framed in a way that's like, I don't know. This would be like a different story at this point, but like, I don't know. Someone being like, Ozzy is too good of Laughter, sorry, I keep saying Ozzy. Laughter is too good of a pilot. We have to kill her outside of her suit. Like, this is a different story that I'm telling at this point. I'm not saying this story should have been that, but like, I can think of scenarios in which Laughter dying outside of her suit, not in combat, makes sense, is good for the story, is not this just killing a woman to make the men mad. And it's just really frustrating. They do her so dirty.
Yeah, it's just like, again, like, what it boils down to for me is just like, at this point, she's not like a character. She's just like a pawn that gets moved to set up for the next battle.
She has, like, her character ends. She finishes. She has that scene with Akihiro. She gives him the squeezy hug, and that's where her character ends. And the next time she shows up, she's just might as well just be fucking whoever. Like, it's just you have emotional investment in this character. All right, bang, 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 get her out of here.
Yeah, God.
I'm trying to remember, does anyone else, like, die outside of a combat scenario in this series? I mean, no, I guess some of the people that Tekadon kill definitely do. Like,
right.
The guy Takaki kills, whose name is Escape Radicha, all the guys in, like, the first couple episodes that they kill. But, like, most people are just dying in combat scenarios of some capacity. And for Laughter to go out like this, I don't know. I can't help but, like... Amida's did not make me this mad. Amida's death made sense for me, like,
right.
But
I mean, this is like fulfilling her character arc.
Right. This is so frustrating because like the entire thing for Laughter this entire time is like her being toe to toe with Akihiro. And like, I know that was them like being parallel to each other so that they could like have that interpersonal relationship that blossoms into the kind of quasi romantic relationship that they have. And I really loved that. But like Laughter was a hyper competent pilot. Like, and for her to just get like, I don't know. I'm talking in circles about this. I just don't fucking like this.
Yeah. It's fucking bah.
It's, and I know I already said this, but like the fact that it like literally just like it literally just has Jasley saying, "Oh, we will kill women to make men angry."
Yeah,
like them. I don't know. Is that lampshading? I don't know what that term fucking means. But like, if whatever it is, she deserved better.
She did, absolutely.
I wanted Laughter to go out doing something cool and not getting. Okay, I know I keep harping on this. The fact that she literally just gets killed while shopping for a teddy bear is just so like it just feels like so much like icing on the cake that's frustrating me. Like she gets killed, not doing anything, is a pawn, she's shopping for girly things. And like, I love Laughter's girliness. I love how like the first thing we see her doing is like painting her toenails in her cockpit. Like that's a really fun character thing. I like how bubbly she is and stereotypically girly, and also beats the shit out of everyone she comes across.
Yeah.
But it just feels like, I don't know. I'm just talking in circles, and I'm getting more and more mad as I do. It's just very frustrating to me.
Yeah.
One of the big misses for me here, I think, which is frustrating because like on an emotional level, this really did hit for me.
Oh, absolutely,
like,
yeah.
But it's just Ugh.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Leaves us out. I hate this being the impetus for like the end game of this show. Like not the impetus, but like one
of the major pieces of it.
Right. I just it's just frustrating. And I mean I get it. Like, Gundam and women. Like I know how it is.
Yeah,
it's just
inescapable. Yeah, fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Ugh.
The teddy was cute. The Akihiro teddy bear very cute though. I have to say
they should sell teddy bears like based on the features of other Gundam characters. I quite like that.
They should. I want to buy a Laughter teddy bear.
I want to buy a Char teddy bear. Teddy bear with a little fucking stall helm.
You can probably just put a stall helm on a teddy bear and you call it a day. You can do that yourself.
Be the Char teddy bear you wish to see in the world.
Yeah.
So the next scene.
Tekadon finds out, and it also turns out that Jasley propositioned McMurdo to take the turbines under his wing, which like fucking stay away from them, get a job, fuck you, creeper.
Yeah. Thankfully, McMurder is like he's wise to Jasley by now. Like he's like fuck you now.
He knows what's going on. You had like a thing in Battle Report the other day about this that was like throwing up question marks for you. I remember, what was that?
The main thing. No, I think the main thing was like McMurdo not letting them pilot, considering he knew that Jasley was up to all of this. But you replied to it quite well and basically saying like, yeah, but like McMurdo knew that Jasley was up to it, but he didn't really have proof, and like it would have been just like more red tape than it was worth to like let the girls continue to pilot and have to like consistently explain that, oh, my second in command actually planted all this like fake evidence against them, so they're not actually an illegal organization. It's just like it's more trouble than it'd be worth to just like let the girls pilot suits.
I don't think that was me that replied to that.
I almost let me see.
It might have been Colin?
Oh, yeah, we have a long fucking conversation about people assassinating my character over my fucking Pikachu rankings. Hold on, gotta go up a little bit more.
Just control F for the word misogynistic. That'll bring you to the around there.
Oh, I guess okay. Let's see. A lot of Jasley content yesterday. I said it was extremely weird that McMurdo tells the Turbines girls that they won't be allowed to pilot suits anymore after being a part of a legal organization when he knows it was Eok and Jasley who set them up and knows that Nazi and the Turbines didn't do anything wrong. Oh, you're right. It was Colin. They said, I would assume it's probably easier to simply sweep it under the rug than to go through the political risk of bringing up the dead son of a 7-star up on charges. That's right.
That's correct. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, true. But Tekadon's fucking pissed. Like, they're ready to, like, cut ties with Teiwaz, go to fighting. Orga skates McGillis about this, because, McGillis is, like, close enough to Eok that he knows that Eok is involved in this as well. But, like, they know, like, they're at the precipice here, and, like, they're all willing to jump down it together, and the only person they can ally with now is McGillis.
Yeah.
deal
The
with
line of we're just back to being stray dogs again. Will these stray dogs still be of use to you? And Orga says, we will not betray you, and McGillis makes smug face about it.
I mean, tellingly enough, McGillis also, like, he makes the exact same promise on the same level. He's like, I will not betray you either. Like, it's... Red flag, the shark clone said he wouldn't betray anyone.
I'm eating cereal and saying, I will believe I will believe a heart. I will believe a heart's enable.
Yeah.
There's like a really weird cutaway earlier when like Tekadon is just like upset about about Laughter dying. Like Ozzy has taken ill because her girlfriend Laughter died as well. We cut to Jazzly and he's like, "Oh, you respect women? Well, go ahead and go to war for them. You're doing anything for women." It's laughable. It's just what?
Yeah.
I don't disbelieve this coming from Jazzly. It just feels kind of like, all right. I'm just kind of like, all right.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah. Fucking. Is that Waka Flocka in that video?
Yeah, Waka Flocka going, okay.
Okay. Hell yeah, this goes hard as hell. I was suck big dick all month, day, week, month, year, decade, century. I love big mobile suits.
Okay.
JASLEYSQUAD. I don't fucking know.
The last little bit of this episode is just Mika and Orga looking at new Barbatos. It's the Barbatos Lupus Rex. It has big fuck off golden claws now. The arms are like as long as its legs are. It's very bestial, very animalistic. And you know it's cool because it has the fucking Rex suffix, so it's now king.
It's puppy.
Is puppy, and Orga, Mika asks Orga, like, how far he should take this.
Mika kind of puppy pilled, if you ask me.
A little bit. I'm thinking Mika furry truther here.
I'm just saying.
He has phantom pain for a tail.
Yeah, he has a phantom tail. Like he's saying shit that like would have been on like those troll blogs in the early Tumblr days that would like be making fun of otherkin by being like, "Oh, my phantom."
Yeah.
Whatever. Those blogs. Are you familiar?
Unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah. Great time on the internet.
Yeah, tremendous. What a Wild West.
Yeah.
But yeah, Mika asks Orga how far he should go with this battle, and Orga's like, take it to the end. Like,
crush them to the very last bit.
Do it until there's nothing left but dust. Oh, I love to hear it from the boss of the entire organization. Great stuff.
Going great.
Next episode, though.
Episode 42. Settlement. Tekadon, enraged by the murder of their bestie Laughter, engages with JTS in combat. JTS gets absolutely mollywopped, and after failing to negotiate with both Teiwaz and Tekadon, Mikazuki in Barbatos clubs the shit out of JTS's main ship's bridge, killing Jazzly and all his cronies. Shortly after their battle, they turn on the TV and find out that McGillis' unit is engaging in an uprising against the rest of the corrupt Gellerhorn. While watching, Orga confirms to his men that Gellerhorn's goal and Tekadon's are one and the same.
Yeah, it's
Gellerhorn
again, deal with the devil shit.
Yeah.
So fucking, we learn the Tekadon's cutting ties with Admos Company too. It very much is
that's
like
that's like the cold open for the episode. It's like we start with Maribit in Cordelia's office.
Yep,
and she's just like, I get why the show went this way. I kind of wish I'd gotten more Cordelia in this season. She just feels a bit entangled from the rest of the show.
She's more of a season 1 character than a season 2
character. Yeah. That's the long and short of it, really.
But like she's too important to the plot to like not show up in season 2 at all. So I think this weird middle ground.
Right.
So Merritt's talking to her, and she goes to her internet browser and types in twitch.tv/Galahorn official. Galahorn's beginning a live stream. We don't really see exactly what it's about yet.
Yeah, they're gonna show the bite of 87.
Yeah, Markiplier moments.
Markiplier moment. McGill's getting up there and just like, oh, okay, Bulbasaur, pass. Yeah. Ivysaur, pass. Venusaur, smash. Mega Venusaur, smash.
Barbatos, smash. Gusion, smash.
Gusion remake full city, big smash.
Yeah. So we get the opening and then we cut. The episode begins like, boom, oh, we're in the battle. Did you notice the name of Jasley's ship also?
The Hugo?
It's called okay, no. So the mobile suits he uses are the Hugos, but his ship, like his like the flagship he's in, is called the Golden Jasley. It's so goddamn funny. I love that shit.
All right,
Golden Jasley.
That is some. Like, Jasley has kind of frustrated me because the two big heels this season have been him and Eok, and Eok is like a fun and well-booked heel to me. Jasley has just been kind of like nothing compared to Eok. That is an ego moment from Jasley's that I love.
Yeah, like, because Eok would never do that. He would name his ship, like, Honorable Justice.
Yeah.
Jasley's is just the Golden Jasley.
Yeah, I'm hopping in my fucking 2011 Chevrolet Malibu. It's the Golden Tigers.
Yeah, collecting all the Jasleys in the level is hard enough, but getting the Golden Jasley after you beat the game is real difficult.
Yeah.
I want a mod for Celeste that replaces the strawberries with Jasley's fucking face.
It's just like the fucking... It's just this like fucking Doom guy in the bottom corner with the health bar. In Doom 1.
It's doing DreamWorks face looking left and right.
Yeah! He does look like Doom Guy, doesn't he?
A little bit.
Oh, Christ.
Tekadon is beating ass in this battle.
Absolutely. Mika streaks in like Pikachu doing Quick Attack in Smash Bros, and it's always fucking sick when he does that.
Yeah, we see Lupus Rex in action, and like, as if the claws weren't enough, he has a fuck-off mace that is like bigger than most mobile suits on the battlefield.
Bigger than before.
And then also, so the tail is specifically the tail from the Hashmal. They like cut it off and recovered it and like slapped it onto Barbatos, and now it's just like Mika has another limb. It fucking rules.
Yep. And he beats ass with it.
Oh, kicks ass. It makes the same like kind of like weird worming wiggly noises.
Yeah.
It's great.
Jasley Squad is we get like a little montage of all the MS pilots, including Derma 985.
Derma 985 is returned.
That was the one whose name I couldn't fucking remember with like the last 3 times I tried to mention him. Mm-hmm. How could I forget Derma 985? Dante's here also. Dante, character that we know a lot about and love. Dante.
He's literally all we know about Dante is that he's good at hacking because he did it in one episode. Yeah,
we get a lot out of a lot of characters in the show. I kind of like, and if Chad and Dante were elevated to the status of like actually having character about them, then I would be saying this about like, I don't know, Dane and Zach or something. But, like, I wish we got more out of Chad and Dante. Though I guess we did get Chad going, "Pock fuck Madonna?"
Yeah, well, we had Chad going, "Pock fuck Madonna," and also Chad going, "Get down, Mr. President."
Yeah, Chad did go get down, Mr. President, and then go off screen for 3 episodes because he was in the Lazarus Pit.
He saved an old man's life and then got confused because the resident MILF of the ship is fucking another man. So that's his whole arc right there.
He's having a great time, honestly.
Yeah, Dante though, he could use a little bit of action screen time.
I could go for more Dane. I could go for more like more of the. I could go for more. We get a little bit of Zach in this. We get some Zach.
We every time Zach shows up, he's just like, you are wildly unfamiliar with how this entire private military corporation works, aren't you?
Right? He just seems like a normal guy who wandered off the streets and is like, wow, this is all fun. Y'all are child soldiers? What the fuck? He just seems like
kill people for money?
He sounds like a perfectly normal, well-adjusted guy who does not know how he got here.
Exactly.
Guy in the Smash Ultimate bracket who thought he was registering for Melee.
Exactly.
Y'all don't have like Let's Go priority? Wait,
how do I wave
we're not doing RPS report priority? We're not. What the fuck am I? Ah, shit.
So Eok's like a no-show. Jasley was promised that Eok would show up for him, but he's not. So Jasley has to work alone. And again, like I mentioned before,
we find out later that Eok is like in like not solitary confinement, but he is confined. He's like painting in like a calm room.
Yeah, he got put in timeout.
Yeah, he's just chilling. He's doing his little macaroni art.
He's fucking finger painting.
Yeah, He's drawing like a big happy sun with sunglasses, like him and Mr. Rustle and Miss Julieta all standing together and being happy.
Oh god, that's good. So Jastly sends out all of his human debris. It's like we've seen it before where human debris are sent out. We
also hear about Hush's new suit, the Hekija.
The Hekija, yeah, I think the Hekija, they say like it was one of the suits that the Turbines use. Yeah. So that they're like, don't fuck it up. But he's like really happy about it.
Don't post cringe in that suit.
Do not post cringe, Hush. I know your name is mid, but you need to be high tier right now. But the battle's going great. Like we get the whole beat of sending out the human debris who will fight harder than anyone else because they can't surrender. But like at this point, like it's just a reiteration of like all of the characters, even the ones who used to be human debris, are killing them without a second thought because like you kill or be killed in this battlefield.
Right. It's skate or die. You skate or you die.
Yeah, and this is when Zach, because like we cut to the hangar when like some of the pilots are refueling and getting their snackies, and Zach is like, "Why are they so cool-headed about killing people?" It's like, I don't know, Zach. Why do you think?
Yeah, war, dude.
War, dude. It's hell, famously.
Right. Have you not played critically acclaimed game Fallout 3 or Fallout New Vegas? I mean, I haven't, but that's my personal problem.
There's other games. You played Celeste, so
the problem that I always run into with the problem that I always run into with like Bethesda open world games in general, and I know New Vegas was not who made New Vegas? It was
Obsidian.
It was Obsidian, yeah. Is that I just have like go straight for the marker brain. Which in Skyrim that just kind of means that you have to hop over a mountain, which is like that's fine.
Yeah, you see that mountain, you can climb it.
Yeah, in New Vegas, you just run straight into Death Claws, and I'm just like, well, I guess I can take the road. This fucking sucks.
Yeah, it's much more hostile to aimless exploration, huh?
Yeah, I genuinely, like, I've talked about this with friend of the pod, Sam, that, like, sometime I want to do a stream where it's, like, I just have someone backseat gaming me, because, like, one of the things that, like, made me actually realize something I was doing wrong in Skyrim is, like, I was playing Skyrim at my friend Caradwin's house, and Caradwin, my dear, I was just complaining, like, ugh, I hate how I, like, have to just, like, fucking hop over this mountain, and Caradwin, like, points, like, tells me, like, is like, look down on the ground in the game. There is a footpath for you to go on.
Yeah.
And I need someone to be there in the backseat to just like beat that into me.
Yeah.
This is how I will enjoy Fallout New Vegas.
Good game though.
Yeah, I'm told.
But yeah, Akihiro is also fucking pissed. He says he's done being decent after he remembers Galen's words to him and just like, smashing human debris left and right. And he asked Masahiro and Aston and Laughter in his head to forgive him for all of this.
Yeah, if we're born again and reunite, let me apologize to you then.
Would you guys still like me if I was reincarnated as a worm?
I would. Just like a worm with like really angry eyebrows. It's like that one gif of like Rilakuma slamming their head on the table and getting the pink eyebrows.
Yes.
That's Akihiro's morning care routine. Yes. Oh, speaking of Akihiro, sorry, there was a joke that I meant to make at the end of the last episode, because we see like Akihiro in like the busted down like workout gym that he's always in.
Yeah.
Because he like blew it all up in an act of rage, and I'm just imagining like Akihiro in the aftermath of his squeeze hug with Laughter. He was doing that fucking left-handed comics that's like, I'm gonna get so good at hugging.
Yeah, exactly.
and then he gets the news and just like throws everything into a
trashes it.
Yeah. So back to the current episode. We jump to the Gallarhorn repair bay and we see the red-haired Gallarhorn mechanic, Miss Yamazin, who we have a name for her. Barely a character, but I'm wifing.
Mm-hmm. So true.
Juliet is sad that she lost, despite how epic her machine is. And Yamazin is like, well, if you want to become stronger, you might have to give up with being human. The human body is fail. If you want to be truly goated with the sauce, you have to give up on it. You have to throw something away to fight equally with the devil.
And then she very cryptically says, I know some people who fight that way. And I'm just like, in the background, who are you talking about? Is he purple? You talking about Garma?
Does he wear a mask? You're playing fucking Guess Who, but the only character on the board is Vidar.
No, it's a fucking, I want to Guess Who board, but it's every Char clone from every Gundam series.
Is he blonde? Yes. Fuck.
Is he duplicitous? Yes. Okay, can't put anything down. Shit. God.
It's like the opposite. Where like, anytime you got like a blonde or someone with blue eyes in Guess Who, you're like, fuck. Everyone always asks for blue eyes first because it's such a gimme question.
Yeah. We cut from that to Jasley's bridge. Like, his boys are finally convincing him, it's like, hey, I think this fight might be going not well, my man.
We're getting our asses fucking trounced.
They're fucking our pussies, Jasley.
They're fucking our pussies, Jasley.
They convince him to, like, try and apologize to McMurder, and he finally does. And McMurder's like, haha, get fucked. Like, I know you...
He's polishing a sword.
Yeah, he just, like, tries to do imposing shit whenever Edwin walks in, like, polishing a sword, like, snipping bonsai threateningly.
Yeah.
Such a weird character.
Yeah,
It's like, he says, Iyak isn't coming to the phone right now. Why? Because he made a deal with Rustle.
Yeah, he made a deal with Rustle to go to Playtime, make his macaroni arts.
Yeah, and he's like, also, Tekadon's not a part of Tewas either, so I can't stop him. Good luck out there, homie.
Bye-bye, honey.
Bye, honey.
And then we get a POV of a kid eating crushed Nakahiro's wrench, which is just, that's...
I like the battle scissors. It's pretty cool.
The battle scissors are epic, but just seeing a kid get scrunched in them is just very...
Yeah, it's just like, okay, we get it. He feels bad about killing human debris.
Yeah.
I don't gotta see it.
Yeah. Well, no, I guess from that angle, I do appreciate seeing it. Like, it does, like, add some, like, weight to what Akihiro is doing and not making so that he's just, like, crunching a machine.
Yeah, okay, that's true. Yeah, there's a little guy
it makes me upset to see, but, like, from a storytelling perspective, I don't dislike it.
Sure, yeah, okay.
But, like, personally, I'm like, aw, that poor guy got gooshed.
Yeah. Jasley starts getting incredibly fucking angry, though, because, like, he knows he's losing.
Yep.
He's like, he goes off on Tekadon. They're inhuman rats. They're nothing to him. And, like, Tekadon just very coolly...
He's doing the fucking Stephen A. Smith rant.
Yeah, and then, like, Tekadon makes, like, Saitama face going, okay.
Yeah, he's like, he does fucking, he's like, fucking, like, Tekadon can't play. No disrespect whatsoever, but I'm sorry to come to tell everybody the truth. They cannot play the game of mobile suits. They have small mobile suits. They cannot catch the energy swords. They got bad feet. They can't move. Even though they're mobile, they don't really know what they're doing.
Yeah.
This man cannot play.
Yeah. Jasley, like, ends up calling Orga to try and
beg.
And Orga, it's so good in the dub. Johnny Young Bosch does a great job just going, what's going on, Jasley? Just, like, so fucking smoothly.
What's up, buddy?
What's up, homie? How's it going?
Having fun over there?
Yeah, and, like, Orga's just so fucking... Yeah?
How's your Sodier going? Pretty good, it doesn't seem.
Yeah. Final Pam ass.
Yeah.
Like, Orga says, I only answered the call so I could see you beg for your life, but that's not even as fun as I thought it'd be.
Right, it's not. This is less fun than I thought.
And, like,
we've all been there. We spend $60 on a new video game, and it's like, this is a $35 experience at best.
God. What was the worst, like, the thing you regret most?
Worst game I bought at full price?
Yeah.
Honestly, Fire Emblem Fates might be up there.
That's a pretty good one. I mean, $40
like,
for a 3DS game is a bit easier to swallow, though.
Yeah, it's not that bad financially, but the thing that you need to understand is that, like, I know I've been over this a lot in various Discords, and I'm sure you've heard me make these points before, but, like, you know me, Max. You've seen my pinned tweet. You know the things that you know my
yeah.
One of the things that I went through all of Awakening thinking is, like, man, I wish I had a player character that could either be a, what's the dragon people? I can't remember what it's called. Manicat or a Tagwell. Like, I really wanted a player character to be that. And then the next one, it's like, good news, your player character turns into a dragon multiple times in battle. You love it. And I'm like, I don't think I love it, actually. Despite everything you have given me, I don't think I love it.
Wishing on the monkey's paw for a cool transforming MC.
Yeah.
That game, fucking Fates, was wild. My Jesus Christ. My answer is much more cringe and fail. It was Jump Force.
Jump Force, not... Yeah.
I just wanted to play as Yu-Gi-Oh! Sarah. It wasn't worth it.
Honestly, speaking in terms of, like... No, I'm not saying this is a bad game. I'm just saying, like, I did not really get anything out of it. Like, a mistake of a purchase for me was probably, like, Monster Hunter... What was the second most recent one? Not the Switch one. The one before that. World, yeah, Monster Hunter World. I didn't play a ton of Rise, but I felt like I got some fun out of it.
I think you got the high rank.
I did not. No, I got to the fucking... I got the first fucking, like, Bloons Tower Defense thing, and I was like, oh, this is fucking awful. And, like, I did not... I genuinely have not played since that point. Like, I finished that, I was like, wow, this is fucking terrible. I'm quitting for the day, and then I haven't played since.
Mm-hmm.
But Monster Hunter World, I couldn't get anything in. It was just, like, $60 flush.
Yeah, fair enough. Hey, I mean, like, Monster Hunter's, like, my favorite franchise, but I understand it's also just, like... It's like dense as a fruitcake, that game.
Yeah.
A lot going on. Speaking of a lot going on,
I feel like there's a more cringe answer for this, but actually no, I know what it is. This is another answer that's gonna hurt you physically, I think.
Oh great, yes, good.
I bought a new Nintendo 3DS just to play Xenoblade Chronicles.
Okay, so that's fine. Here's the thing, I've been a fucking Xeno evangelist for several years now. Mm-hmm. And I played the game on 3DS. I played it on all of the things it came out on. I recognize that's a fucking hard... It's a hard game to sell anyway, just because there's, like, a wealth of mechanics and just, like, 100 quests at once. But, playing on fucking 144p when the characters' faces look like a fucking thumbprint smudge... I get it. They
looked bad. It didn't I liked the gameplay, honestly. Like, I liked, like, the single-player MMO feel of it. Yeah. I just, like, ugh.
Yeah.
I dipped when the one girl character got iced in, like, the first 5 hours or so of the game, and I was like, well, I'm sure there are other cool girls in this game, but I'm feeling a little bit like, maybe I'll come back to this in a bit, and then I didn't. But, one of my I expressed this thought to one of my professors, before her final exam this year, because I was just, like, in her office shooting the shit, because, like, she does not believe in last minute studying, but she does believe in last minute just, like, talking about shit.
Sure.
And she was like, you need to actually go play that game, because, like, there are other great women characters. I get why that stings, but, you know, you should definitely go back and play that, which is, like, it's very funny that I have, like, a gamer math professor.
That rules, actually. Like,
she has like a bunch of Zelda posters on her office walls. Like,
I have a bunch of Zelda posters on my office walls too.
Yeah.
And a Shulk poster. I'm looking at my friend Shulk Xenoblade. Actually, it's funny. Shulk's like the only character who actually has a last name. His last name is Stoss.
Huh. She also finished Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne, or wait, no, Nocturne's 3.
Nocturne's 3.
She finished 5. She finished 5, which is just
that's a recent game.
Yeah, no, she's a gamer. She is a gamer.
Yeah. Mad respect.
Yeah,
math respect.
Yeah, she played, like, Tokyo Mirage Sessions. She played all of the houses in 3 houses. Like,
oh god, God's strongest soldier. Jesus.
She is a gamer, and she has 2 kids.
Fuck yeah.
She's getting them into Pokemon.
Good.
Yeah, I gotta set those seeds early.
Yeah, I gotta set those leaf seeds early.
Anyways,
Mika is on the bridge in front of Jasly.
Mm-hmm. This scene fucking rules, because we've got, like, the display is set up so that it's, like, the glass screen that lets JTS, like, view the outside of their ship, of the Golden Jasly, is, like, where the screen is, and, like, Orga is, like, basically, like, signs their death warrant, and as soon as that happens, like, Mika, like, lands on the bridge right in front of this window. It's fucking sick as hell.
Yeah, and he just and Jasly is, like, reduced to a state. He is, like, begging, groveling for his life right now.
Uh-huh.
And Mika just turns him into fucking jelly, just completely crunches him.
Absolutely liquefied.
Just brutal. It is, of, like, all the deaths in IBO, his is very satisfying.
Yeah, definitely.
Just like, alright, get goosed, homie.
Get goosed.
And then Galahorn... Taking on leadership is, like, regrouped later, and they're talking about, is their last gift to the Turbans, which is fitting enough, killing the guy who kind of got them all in that mess in the first place. We get the Galahorn live stream going on, and this is a turn that I think it caught me off guard originally when I first watched the show, because it's, like, McGillis' faction within Galahorn announcing this, like, takeover reformation type thing.
Mm-hmm.
And, it's like the reveal, Galen Moss was working with Russell Elion, Iat Kujan set up the turbines, just like, fuck you, just... And it's just so fucking telling that McGillis is like, this isn't the Galahorn that I know. So he still wants to be a part of this weird fascist cop organization, but he wants it to be reformed and different.
Right. And I think that's, like, I don't know. That's where are you coming down on that? I'm curious, because I have an opinion formed, but I'm trying to decide how to take what you just said.
It's just like, he believes so strongly in, like, not just Gjallarhorn, but just, like, the concept of, like, you know, this, like, big organization as well. Exactly, yeah. Like, yeah.
He just thinks that there needs to be, like, someone smarter at the helm, which is, like, that makes perfect sense with the character. And I think that that's, like, you know, this is, like, a bit of this feels like, maybe it fucks the landing on this or something, but this feels like a condemnation of this attitude where it's, like, the power that you seek to complete these kinds of reforms is a power that, like, no one can seek without corruption.
Sure, yeah. And I mean, admittedly, a lot of me falling this way on this is in regard to just, like, McGillis's character as a whole. The more you look at it and the more there's revealed about it, the more you're like, oh, as we'll discuss in the third episode. But, like, I mean, the point is that he's a scumbag. Like,
yeah, he is like, you know, everyone who wants to reform the system from within, even on a radical level, like what McGillis is proposing, like, you don't want to reform the system, you just want to be on top of it.
Exactly, yeah. It's like he views it as reformation, but it's just like a change of the status quo, really.
Yeah. I think it's good. I think McGillis is like a really, I genuinely feel like McGillis is a well-realized, like, kind of guy who, like, seems like kind of quasi-revolutionary within the government, but, like, in terms of the grand scheme of things, he's just, like, you know, different nameplate on the
he's just a guy.
You know, different person in the fascist head chair.
Yeah, just another page in the history books.
Yeah.
We get a scene of Meribit talking to Kudelia, and Kudelia's like, or Meribit says she's still a Tewa's employee, like, she hasn't quit, like, she's not really allied with Tekadon anymore, but she, like, wants to stick around them anyway, just because, like, or I'm sorry, she's still a Tewa's employee. I think she's, like, allowed to still work at Tewa's, even though she's still with Tekadon, because, like, she wants to stick around the kids, and obviously Yuki Nojo's there, and it's just, like, you know, this instinct of hers to just, like, keep them all in line. Again, it's just kind of the whole Meribit is all of their mother together.
Yeah, she talks about, like, feeling powerless with the children, which is kind of, I know we beat this one to death in the season 1 finale. I do not want to reiterate that, but, like, we're still on this shit.
Yeah, just, like, come on, Meribit, talk about something else.
Like I like the other parts of the scene where she talks about, like, she thinks that despite that, she still thinks there is something she can do for them as an adult. I don't like this framing of her as, like, the ship's mother, which she basically is, but she also mentioned there's a person dear to her there also, like, who is Yuki Nojo, and, like, I don't know. The way Yuki Nojo is presented and in reference to the rest of the Tekadon crew as opposed to how Meribit is presented feels like worlds apart, and it frustrates me a little bit. Like,
I understand it on paper because Yuki Nojo has, like, this most direct role with Tekadon because he's the guy fixing up, like, the very mechanism they used to get all their power. But, like, and, like, we know that he's not gonna quit. But it's just like this weird disconnect with, like, how just completely powerless Meribit is in everything regarding this.
I like Meribit. I'm let down by what she gets to do in this show. Like,
yeah,
what has she done? Like, genuinely and truly, I'm sitting here thinking to myself, like, what has Meribit actually materially done? Like, she has been helpless to stop the kids in Edmonton at the end of season 1. Mm-hmm. She feels helpless now. She's the one delivering this message to Kudelia, so she is helping out around with things. Yeah, like, I can't even, like, point, like, is she keeping their books straight? No, that's Dexter. That's fucking Dexter.
That's Dexter Calculator.
Dexter Calculator.
What gets me about all this, too, is that literally the next thing that happens in this scene is such a better representation of all this, because Kudelia kind of, like, because Meribit leaves, and, like, Kukubit is talking to Kudelia, and Kudelia is, like, really sad and torn up, because she's like, I thought I was a part of Tekadon family, too, but, like, they're just kind of cutting me off. And, like, that's such a much more concise way of going about this, where it's, like, I guess because Kudelia's character hasn't been, like, beaten to death at this point, so when she does, like, have to reckon with the fact that, like, the kids are going down a path she can't follow, she's just, like, really fucking sad about it and can't do a single thing. But, like, the show's not being like, Kudelia's really sad and can't do a single thing, and we haven't been seeing that, like, 10 times by now.
Yeah, granted, I did have some similar complaints about what Kudelia was doing at the start of the show, where she, like, had to realize a bunch of these things over and over again, but, like, they did eventually, like, get there. Like, she did it by the end. Yeah, but, like, where is Meribit's character go? Like, I know she's a minor character, but it's just like, where is she going? Like, is her... I don't know. I just feel like, and this show, in a show of, like, women that are actually, like, really well actualized, Meribit just feels so flat in a way that I'm really disappointed with.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's still time to tie everything up.
Yeah, there's still what, 7 episodes left after the end of this one?
7.
Yeah.
7.
So maybe, I don't know, maybe she'll get something in the next batch of episodes that I'll have to eat my words. And I'll be happy to eat my words on this.
Oh, yeah,
like, this
absolutely.
Is so many of the complaints I have with the show are like, I will be happy to eat my words if I am wrong about this, but...
Yeah. So the last couple bits we get is like Eugene asking Orga what McGillis' objective is, and if Technon's is the same as his, and Orga's like, yeah, we're heading there together to become sovereign of Mars. So they're like fully allies now. They're like in it to win it, really.
Max, do you ever think about the fact that Eugene is pronounced the same way that like the Japanese word for one of the ways to say friend in Japanese is
Eugene? Whoa, Eugene friend.
If I'm not mistaken, yeah, Eugene. A familiar, friendly person, a polite way of saying friend.
I always look at Eugene and I think that's a familiar, friendly person.
That is my special little guy.
What a good Blorbo he is.
Yeah. God, what a Blorbo he is.
What a Blorbo.
I'm still waiting on those Eugene 7-star cat ear edits.
Yeah. He's going to take Atra's hair vents.
Yeah. Yes, please.
And the very last bit is, again, what we talked about before, of Mika talking to Orga about him feeling weird having a tail. And
he says so much to the point that I can't believe I never had a tail.
Yeah. It's like much to think about, you, Mika. And they both know that Nazi would just be really fucking mad about the path they're going down, and Orga's like, all I just want is to be able to get to the place we're going and all laugh together. Okay. Max,
now that I broached the furry topic, I'm curious. I feel like I've asked this of you before, but definitely never on the air. If you had a fursona, what species would it be?
See,
you can't have a, like, when I say fursona, it does not have to have fur, so it can be like, a bird or a bug or something.
Like it honestly probably would be a bug.
Yeah,
because it would be a bug or like maybe a vulture or something. Because like I've never hugely been like. What the fuck am I saying? A mammal fan. Like, all of my... I don't know what the fuck that term means, but, like, all of my favorite
Jimmy.
Animals... I feel like
Objection, Jimmy.
Okay, but he's not even... He's just my little guy. He transcends species.
Yeah.
He's just my little guy. But, like, I feel like I just gravitate more towards, like, weirder animals and
sure.
Like vultures and beetles. So I think it'd be something like that. Like honestly, I think a vulture fursona would be fucking badass.
That would fucking roll. Yeah. No, I mean all of my fursona, like excluding Ricky the Torkoal, like all of my fursonas are pretty bog standard. It's like there's a white tiger, there's a Highland cow, there's a bear.
I do love Highland cows. Katie and I call them Jimmies.
There is a singular art I have of hyena, which I want more of, but money.
It's good art of hyena though.
Thank you. But yeah, I guess, yeah, Ricky the Torkoal, definitely my most out there.
Truly iconic Sarah moment.
It's a Ricky Summer, baby.
It's Ricky Summer. We're always saying this.
Yeah.
You want to talk about final episode this week?
Yeah, let's talk about the final episode of this week.
Let's talk some bullshit. Episode 43. Revealed intentions. McGillis' faction has begun its revolt on Gjallarhorn. With Mika's help, they have taken over Vinjolf so McGillis can reach his true goal, Gundam Biel. As a child, he learned of the power and authority this suit stood for and desired nothing more than to use this power to establish order and control. When McGillis reaches Biel's hangar, Vidar Kool-Aid Mans his way in and finally reveals himself as Gaelio Bodwin. Q gasps from the crowd. Mika attacks him, but Gaelio activates the Alaya Vinyana Type E, powered by Ein Dalton's remains, to turn the tide and escape this battle. McGillis reveals Gundam Biel to the world, stating victory and control over Gjallarhorn is his, but Gaelio hacks into the transmission, vowing to kill the traitor McGillis.
Aside from the one glaring issue that we will talk about, this episode fucking firing on all cylinders. I cannot explain how fucking hard I popped when I heard Ein Dalton's name again.
It's so good, it almost distracts you. Okay, look. Part of the reason I was having my fucking character assassinated in my very own Discord the other day
is because you said Pikachu was the worst of the Pika clones, which I will agree with you with. There is I know we joke about Deden being racist, but like I just think Deden is a funny little guy. Pikachu
that's the thing. Every further Pika clone is a more interesting play on the concept of Pikachu than Pikachu itself is. I think I would
argue with you that I might put Plusle and Minun below, but like if I'm evaluating them as singular, as like Plusle is worse than Pikachu, Minun is worse than Pikachu,
but together they're a unit.
As a pair, do not separate.
Do not separate. They're a magnet. But the other reason I was having my character assassinated, I think Gundam Bale, I don't give a shit about this thing. This thing looks like shit to me.
I like this. This thing looks epic.
We'll see more of it. It looks like a dog that got stung by a bee. It looks weirdly bulbous in like the wrong ways. Not like Gusion original was, where it was like a cool fucking frog. It's just like it has these weird here. I'll show you an image of like Gunpla of it.
I'm looking at Gunpla. I'm looking at Gunpla of it. It kind of honestly, it looks like fucking like White Obelisk the Tormentor a little bit.
I don't like its weird shoes. It looks like it's wearing
its weird shoes are epic.
Oh, see, and the swords again. It's just like a lot of things about it. I guess are things that like I similarly would see in different mobile suits that I would like. There's something about Bael. I do like the fact that swords are gold. That's cool. The head, it's like maybe this is the way the Gunpla portray it, but like the it's not a V fin. It's like a hammerhead shark type thing on the top of his head.
Yeah, I love it.
It never looks sharp enough. It never looks imposing enough. It looks just kind of like these weird like droopy antenna almost.
I wish it did look a little bit more intimidating for what it is supposed to be. I think that I really like this design. I would like it a lot more if this was not like, this is clearly like sized up to be like, this is an end game boss of like, this is some like fucking horror. Like what was Ein's suit called like at the end of the first season?
It was Gray's Ein, yeah.
Let me look at Gray's Ein for comparison. Like, I mean, granted, like, that thing looks just terrifying.
Yeah, it's monstrous.
Yeah, and I think this doesn't look as scary as it's supposed to be. I think this is supposed to be on a similar level of that, and it's not as scary. I do just really like, if this was, like, something that he had, like, flown, if this was not the Bael, if this was, like, McGillis's standard-ass suit that he used in the Ball 4 plane conflict at the start of this, the fact that I can fucking remember Ball 4 plane with one mention in the entire fucking show is blowing my mind.
Yeah, damn, that's a good pull.
But if he like had that sort of like Harda's like, you know, gladiator helm one, like I would really, really like that. I do agree with you that it's like a final boss design. This is not really living up to the expectations of Fear. I do like it, and I'm gonna say one more thing, and I'm not going to comment on it further. It's a little bit hot.
All right, okay. I mean, hey, valid. Again, it's like it definitely is supposed to be this more like regal, dignified Gundam, right? Because it's like it's a designation, and I mean, you know, Bael, King of Hell, and all that. It is ASWG-01. It is the first Gundam frame. It is like the one. It's Agnika's suit. So the whole thing is that like, it is Gjallarhorn embodied.
There are ways to like lean into that, like this to lean into this like an imperial like quote unquote order to its worst ends. Like I think there are ways to make that like scary in a way that they didn't really follow through. Like this does not look unnatural enough to me. Like
so that's another thing too that I'm kind of realizing as we're talking about it.
Gray's Ein is kind of fucked up to look at. Like something about it just looks wrong, and like it hits a similar button to me that like Eternitus does, where it's like I'm looking at this and I'm like, oh, something is wrong with this. Is not something's wrong here. And I think they could have, I do not know how to do it myself, but I think they could have threaded the needle of like this kind of like regal, imperious knowing of what is this classic thing that is just like the embodiment of what is right and the stalwart of as opposed to what is wrong, and what that looked like 300 years ago transposed into today with little to no changes.
I think also the Gundams are supposed to be like monstrous and scary looking, and it doesn't really give that like all the other Gundams we've seen do.
No, it doesn't.
And like that's fine, you know, it's certainly a change of pace, but like and it fits for what Bael is. I think just when it comes down to it, it's like the least interesting of all the Gundam designs in the show to me. But, you know,
I'll agree with that. I will agree with that. Of all the Gundam designs, like what are the other ones I compared it against? Like the three that there's Barbatos, there's the Gusion remake full city, there's Shino's.
We got Flauros, and Kimaris.
Kimaris. Who's playing the Kimaris? Is that right?
That was Gailio's in season 1.
Oh yes. The four-legged motherfucker.
And he turned that into the Vidar, and the Vidar is just Vidar's so fucking sick.
Yeah. So like compared to those, this definitely does not really hit the high highs that those are hitting, but also like that's a real tough crowd to come up to compete against, frankly.
I mean, I'll just show you one Gundam because like they've made a couple more mobile suit like Gunpla from like the side story IBO stuff. Like
are you about to show me Red about Spirit's side MS?
I'm about to show you fucking Gundam Marcosias.
Oh, that's kind of nutty.
It has fucking 4 subarms to carry 4 knives in addition to a giant fucking club sword. it's a lot, but I like that it's a lot. It's quite silly with it. So let's see. This one starts out. Vidar is talking to Rustle about the Seven Stars meeting. Vidar agrees it's time to settle this with McGillis, and I think like because they had the meeting, but Rustle wasn't there for it. Like they just held it without him. So like Rustle was like kind of mobilizing his entire Aryan Rod fleet to clap back. It's like the final battle is upon us time.
Yeah.
And we learned that like McGillis's faction has taken over almost all of Vinyl, Big Blue.
Yep.
Like
Big Blue's under military aggression. That's what my notes say.
Yep. Mika's there. Mika helped take everything over. He had to be there for this.
They're distributing Liza Enza's message.
Yeah, but Liza Enza is like
they drop that name like it's someone we know.
He is the sort of like reddish brown hair spokesperson.
Yeah, no. I picked up who he was through context clues, but it's like they just like say, "Oh yeah, Liza Enza's speech is going great." I'm just like, it just feels like a name that would have come up before a little bit.
It's a pretty unwieldy name too. Too many Z's.
Yeah, Liza Menenza,
Lizer Minnelli.
Lizer Minnelli. That's Salazzle.
That's Salazzle. That's Heliolisk. Pokemon is such good lizards.
Lizard.
So they have a whole perimeter around Earth. McGillis sees Mr. Bodween Sir in the hallway, and he's fucking pissed. Bodween is at McGillis for doing this whole coup thing. And McGillis is like, "Oh, don't worry, Almiri won't be harmed in all of this, my dear wife." And it's just like, just don't remind me.
To be clear, Baldwin Elder.
Yeah. Bodwin Senior.
Yeah,
the one with like the lilac colored beard.
Yeah, and he says, I have made sure nobody hurts my wife. My wife. He says, now I am a traitor, but when I win, you will be the traitor.
Yeah. And he's like, I just need that one item in my hands, and then the positions will be reversed.
And then we get this flashback of like, oh yeah, McGillis was also in Orphans. He killed a man for an apple. He was in a Young Boys Gentlemen Club, maybe? And I'm like, okay, I hope this isn't going where I think it is, but like that club could have been anything. Who knows?
Who knows?
And then, he got taken in. He killed another kid with a folding chair.
Yeah, he gave him the chair.
Yeah, he got taken in by that man, like whoever that man is.
Isnario Farid.
Yes, Isnario, sorry. He showed the other delightful little boys his power by fucking them up. We see the little flashback of him popping out the limo with Baby Carta, Baby Gailio from season 1. And then my next note is, okay, sure. Let's do McGillis' sex slavery background. Whatever, sure.
It is okay. So we talked about this. There's a lot of preface of this in Discord.
Yes.
Of just like this entire fucking plot point about McGillis comes completely out of left field. What I think they were trying to go for, and let me say right now, emphasis on trying, because they just completely fucking faceplant with the execution here.
Yes.
Is McGillis's background, I'm going to put like a content warning in this episode for like sexual abuse talk, I guess.
Yeah.
But his background of sexual abuse, his arranged marriage with Almeria could be him viewing it as, I understand how the wealthy, powerful elites of this world work. And if I'm not arranged married to Almeria, then this could happen to her too. And I want to protect her. And I want to use this power I'm trying to gain to upend the system and make sure this never happens to anyone. The only problem is that is clearly not his motivation in the show.
Yeah.
Because
he's using Almira for power, but like, Almira is again just a pawn for him. He is like there is no like dressing this. There is no like him even like lying to him, like whether or not that is true or whether or not that's just a lie he's telling himself. Like that is not presented to us in any capacity. Like we are supposed to assume like, oh, okay, he got this. He did this happened to him, and he wants to prevent this from happening to Almira. He wants to just take her off the market himself, to use a disgusting turn of phrase about it.
Sure. Yeah.
But it just completely flops. It just feels thrown in for no fucking reason. Like
it's scummy in a way that is not a deliberate part of McGillis' scummy character.
Right. Like every time he does something weird and awful on screen with Almeria, like I hate it. It's scummy, but like I feel like it is building towards something in a character, even if I don't like to see it myself. It feels purposeful. albeit bad to look at a lot of times.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense. I don't like what it goes for, but I can feel a purpose behind it. Like it is
a compelling part of his character, exactly.
Yes. This just feels like, what the fuck is this doing here? What is this? 8 episodes from the end, just it feels so out of place. Like it just like
the fact that it was introduced. But if this episode didn't have that, literally nothing would have changed, because we can still understand that, oh, he desired power because he grew up on the streets and he had to like fight and kill to survive, basically, and he wants to make sure it doesn't happen. Like, you could cut this entire part out and all of his character would still make the exact same amount of sense.
Right. It just feels so unnecessary.
It's just like
obviously you can tell a story about something like this happening. Like, you can tell a story about the effect that this might have on a person. But it just feels thrown in for shock. Not even shock value. This doesn't even feel like particularly shocking. It just feels like, well, I guess we're fucking doing this. Like, if it was there for shock value, like, I feel like it would be even more like in your face and awful about it. Like, it's not good, but like the extent of it is like McGillis getting chosen at a gentleman boys club, and like McGillis naked sitting off the side of a bed with a man at night. Like, it. I don't want them to go further about this, but like, I cannot fathom what, like, okay, yes, I can fathom what they were going for. Just a complete biff in every fucking direction.
Yeah, it's just like a fucking sunk cost. Get rid of it. Like, the show's better off without it. Nothing changes. It's just, you get one less horrifically gross thing in the show.
It's just so weird.
It's just so weird. Like, and like, what this leads into is him discovering about his BFF Agnika Kaeru.
Yeah.
Mr. Gjallarhorn himself. And again, like, I don't need to keep dwelling on it, because I feel like we'll end up just talking circles about this shit sucks, but like,
yeah.
Again, you could have cut this out and just like, Isnario found him on the streets and you could tell he has this fucking like ruthless fighter spirit in him and takes him in, like, boom, done, fixed, easy. I guess he wouldn't hate his dad as much then, but like, he could hate his dad for myriad other reasons. There's a lot of ways around this.
Yeah. So what was Isnario's like? Was the implication that Isnario was like taking advantage of him?
I think so, because there's one shot of Isnario's in bed. This is after.
Okay, I did not realize that was Isnario. I thought that was like some just jobber.
No, that was Isnario. Like, and McGillis is like sitting on the side of the bed covered in bruises.
Naked. Okay.
Yeah, like, what the fuck?
It's even worse than I thought. I did not realize. I thought it was just like, I somehow missed that was Isnario. Like, I knew that Isnario was that man. I know I said it earlier, but like, my notes just made me. I just had it written down in a way that made it seem like I didn't know who I was talking about. Mm-hmm. I did know it was Isnario who picked him up. I did not realize it was Isnario in bed with him. I'm sorry. I'm gonna keep going in the circle, because now I just realized, like, I didn't realize that the first time.
Yeah,
now
this shit sucks more than you thought.
It sucks worse than I thought. It was just. I genuinely thought it was like he did. Like, he like, sold himself to sold his body to make ends meet, which is like, that sucks. But the fact that Isnario was like, oh god, all right,
yeah, fucking terrible.
Yeah, Isnario Farid, character that really needed to be taken down a peg even further. Like,
yeah,
not
honestly,
that I'm out here like bitching about the character assassination of Isnario Farid. It's just like, we already saw that he was a pretty shitty dad. Like, he was but like,
at this point, I applaud McGillis' constraint for not fucking gooshing him like a fly in a mobile suit.
Yeah, honestly. Like, I don't want to talk about this anymore. This
just sucks. So, okay, flashback over. It's bad. Mika's really impatient for McGillis' plan. The Aryan Rod fleets are gathering with Rustle. They're getting ready for this big push. A bunch of Eox men come in, and they're like, Coach, you gotta let him play.
Yeah.
You gotta let him play, Coach. Because they know Eoc is still on house arrest doing finger painting. He can't pilot just yet.
Yeah, he's doing his little macaroni arts.
Yeah, Rustle's like, you're all in charge while he's out of here. You got to do him proud by fighting. I just love that they're so easy to manipulate just by like gassing them about their best little boy.
Yeah. I like Eox men just like believing in him like that. Like,
it's so good.
Like the way that like they so nobly like throw themselves on the grenade that is the mobile armor in that episode. But like, Eox, you have to go save yourself. We'll hold this down. And it's like just a view into a completely different anime where Eox is the protagonist, and it's very funny.
See, okay, yeah. I don't want an Iron Blooded Orphan spin-off set during Calamity War. I want to see Eox's story.
Yes, I want to see this entire thing from Eok's perspective, like, you know that scene in Fullmetal Alchemist when Yoki is like reunited with the Elrics, and he's like, you remember that time that like you so evilly tricked me out of the Uswell ownership, and you sold me a bunch of culm that was actually that you made me think was gold, and oh, you were so evil to me, Edward Elric, you bastard man. And it's just like him very obviously lying. I want that. I want Eok's story.
Like I want like Eok. It's like it's fucking okay. So do you know the reason why Yakuza 7 is turn based?
As in within the game or without the game? Because I know the answer to both, but which one are you driving at?
Like the reason Ichiban sees it as turn based.
Yeah, because the first game he played the first Dragon Quest, and then he went to jail for like 40 years.
Yeah, because he sees every combat, every fight he gets in as like a JRPG combat. I want Eok to do that, but it's like he's like I want him to see the mobile armor as like this like dragon. He's like fucking Saint George slaying it.
You want Don Ioke.
Tilting at Hashmalls.
Yes! Tilting at Hashmalls!
Good shit.
Oh god. I'm really excited for when I do Mobile Suit Gundam Iron-Headed Orphans. I really want to I'm gonna name a guy after Eok. Who's the
star of your team, Eok, Kujan?
Who's the most Eok Pokemon?
Fucking...
It does not make sense in any other way, but like the hair of Mudsdale did remind me of him a little bit.
Okay, yeah,
like, they
sure,
they both got like, braided up hair.
See, I'm thinking Eok in terms of, like, personality. But if we're talking, like...
Well, in terms of personality, who you got? Because I got nothing else for this.
I'm trying to think of a Pokemon that's, like, really just full of themselves. Like, Incineroar's too self-aware to be an Eok.
Is it Buzzwole?
Might be Buzzwole.
Okay, Max, we're off on a tangent. I know Incineroar is a tiger, like, in Word of God Pokemon. I feel like it's not. Personally, I think about this every time I play Smash because I like to play Incineroar. And
who doesn't?
I think the reason that it's coming to me that I don't think that Incineroar like speaks Tiger to me is that like because Incineroar is very clearly based off like Luchador stuff, right? Like Tiger Mask and the like.
Yeah,
right?
It's extremely like pro wrestling Luchador. Yeah,
and like so the thing, it's like it's two levels. It's so you go from Tiger animal to what the representation of it for a Luchador, for a Tiger Mask Luchador, and then you go from that to a Pokemon, and then you bring it back to Cat, but then you don't really make it look tiger-y.
It's like, whoa, we put stripes on him, that's tiger, boom.
Right.
Signed and sealed.
It is a tiger in the same way that like a tiger with a large cat with spots on it would be like a leopard.
Yeah, it's a tiger in that it evolved from cat Pokemon.
Yes, and has stripe.
Yeah, I mean, not to say Incineroar is not a beloved member of the family. We love Incineroar.
I love Incineroar, don't get me wrong. I'm just like, this is like, it is a cat Pokemon based on tiger-themed luchadors. Yeah, I would not say it is not a tiger. I would not call it a tiger-based Pokemon in the way that, like, I would honestly call Raikou more of a tiger than Incineroar.
100%.
I mean, Raikou is literally a saber-toothed tiger, but like...
I'm doing the Simpsons meme of, like, the world if... and it's the world if Sprigatito evolves into a saber-toothed cat.
No, not another saber-toothed tiger. Let me have regular quadrupedal tiger, please.
I mean, I just don't want him to stand up. I think we've, like... I'm not, like, super passionate about that. Like, I don't care if the starters stand up on their hind legs, because, like, the point is that they're supposed to be more anthropomorphized than most Pokemon, but, like... I think it'd be cool. Grass Rock starter. I could deal with it. I mean, I'm picking the duck anyway, but still. Unless we talk about Pokemon for perpetuity. Liza Minnelli, the Gjallarhorn spokesperson for Miguel's faction, he like gets to meet Orga. He's like super fanboying over Orga. He's like, "Oh, you guys are gonna be sovereign of Mars," and Orga like doesn't even shake his hand. He's like,
sells him. Anything from the scouting party?
Yeah, and we learn there's 40 half-beat class ships. Tekadon has no way of taking them all out, but, you know, as long as they get Rustle, they don't need to take it all out. Mm-hmm. Half-beak ships are like the Rustle's, like, cool, like, weird wedge-shaped ships that he uses. I like the design of those. They're neat.
Yeah.
We see Bile. McGillis gets to the fucking, like, it's really cool. This hangar probably, like, from a functional standpoint, sucks, because, like, why would you store a mobile suit half submerged in water? But, like, it's really cool looking. It's fucking sick.
It looks epic.
It's in the fucking pool where Sephiroth killed Aerith.
Yeah.
It's Bile, like, standing. It's like an octagonal room and, like, this, like, one long walkway in the middle where Bile's standing there and, like, McGillis walks up to it, and like Vidar breaks in through the ceiling, and
Vidar busting through.
Wouldn't you know it? He takes his mask off. It's been Gaelio the entire time.
Gargantuan, massive, horny grip. Like,
yeah. Hey, he looks better.
I wish the scars in this show were worse, because I think a more facially fucked up Gaelio would be hotter, but he's pretty hot as is.
He's hot because he didn't get a haircut.
Yeah, he just got it burned off and said, "Yeah, let that shit rock."
Yeah, it rules. He looks so fucking sick.
He just looks like a fucking gay person who got their hair cut in their bathroom by their friend.
Yeah.
Speaking as a gay person who last night got their undercut maintained by
hell yeah! I'm glad you're keeping that trimmed up.
Yeah. I got to keep that shit short.
Oh yeah. So McGillis is like talking to Gaelio. He's like, "Oh, you're so trusting of Rustle," and Gaelio's like, "Yeah, I am trusting. I got murdered by my best friend. I'm so trusting, dude."
And he's like, I was once killed by my best friend. My best friend? No, that isn't right. And then my notes just say, yeah, best friends don't rim each other, I don't think. Best friends do not. Best friends do not. Do not hear them. Do not. Best friends do not hear themselves referred to colloquially as the Blowjob Brothers once and say, "Well, might as well."
Yeah. Well, if they're all saying it, they're saying what we're all thinking.
Who am I to argue? No.
He's like, you were always a distant goal. I admired you and wanted to stand by your side. We get like a flashback of like teen college years.
Yeah, we get like teen Baldwin pining over like over McGillis.
He's just making puppy dog eyes the entire time at him.
Yeah,
it is basically textual.
And he like talks about how he like thought that he's like, "Oh, McGillis, I thought you took off your mask that you wear to hide who you truly are. I thought you took that off when we fought when we were side by side, but I was wrong. All you understand is authority, might, and brute force."
Yeah, and like McGillis is like, everything that translates into power, and he just kind of like berates McGillis for.
Yeah,
he's like
says, "Go on, get in by L. Since your ass want to act like I don't know. Since your ass want to act totalitarianism,
go ahead and read Chainsaw Man. Since your ass want to act power."
I bear many things on my shoulders. You can't see them. Your only says your only language is violence. I bear these things. I deny you without your mask. And then Barbatos is busting in. Mika's like, hey, Chocolate Man, can I kill him? And he's like, yes, by all means. And they go at it. So yeah, McGillis tells Mika to kill Vidar, and Baldwin's like, I can't beat him, but with the two of us. And then like he pops open like the back of his neck to reveal like ports, and he's like, Ein, I give myself over to you. And
he posts the Markiplier meme.
Yeah, yeah.
This shit's crazy. This shit's cool. Did you expect Ein Dalton to come back?
No, this shit had me popping so hard. Just
Ein's
sitting on this all season rules.
He's no longer a character. He's just like basically a brain in a jar at this point.
Yeah.
But Gaelio explains like by routing all of the overload of the Elia Vignana system through Ein's brain, I can get the power of an AV without having to like, get nosebleeds and eye bleeds all the time. So like it's basically as good as a regular AV. Let's fight, boy.
Einville con carne, is that anything?
Okay, all right. Yeah, okay, sure.
Yeah.
He's not the only one with an AV though.
No, you're not the only one who can turn. You're not the only one who can turn yourself. You were foolish to think you were the only one who could turn yourself into a car.
You're not the only one who can raise your special defense by 1.5 times if you have only attacking moves. Because McGillis talks, he kind of exposits as he gets into Bael about like how he let Gaelio and Ein do all that research so he could basically like figure out a way to like give an adult an AV system because he's shirtless and it doesn't seem right that McGillis is like super torqued. It seems a little strange to me, but what do I know? Because he's buff as hell. He takes his shirt off and he gets into Bael because he has his own little AV port on his back too.
Yeah. And he's like, awaken, Agnika Kairu. And Baldwin at this moment apologizes for being Elia Vignana racist.
Yeah, and he just fucks off. Like, he knows he can't win against the two of them. He can't win against two AV suits. And McGillis is like, no, today was a victory. He Skypes the whole world.
Yeah.
He's like, so this moment is very, very important for, obviously myriad reasons going forward in the next 7 episodes. But like, the whole thing is McGillis gets Bael, and he is convinced that like, this ancient, well-known symbol of power is like going to turn the tides, and he basically says, like, it doesn't matter what rank you are in Gjallarhorn, I have bile, you report to me now, like, I'm the head of all, because, he is essentially clutching, like, the very power, the very soul behind Gjallarhorn, and it's just, like, you can already tell, half people don't give a shit.
It's
like, cool Bitcoin, dude, I don't believe in it, though.
He invested Gjallarhorn's pensions into stablecoin.
Dude, no, you guys, seriously, Bilecoin's gonna hit big. To the
Bilecoin!
Like, as if the whole fucking, as if libertarian
all my
McGillis,
frames gone.
All my frames gone. Like, as if libertarian McGillis wasn't enough of a reality. Now he's like so fucking firmly believing in the perceived value of this thing that he expects everyone to respect, and everyone's just like, what? Okay, sure, dude. It's a nice little bow on his character thus far. And like even Rustle is like calls him a child who can't grow up.
Yeah,
he's essentially chasing after a fairy tale.
Yeah,
it's like, oh, you guys, I'm in Mecha Rumpelstiltskin now. Better watch the fuck out.
Yeah, Baldwin like interrupts his speech. He does the fucking, I'm gonna let you finish, but I'm gonna defeat McGillis actually.
Yeah,
bye. Cut. ED time.
Bye. ED time. Yeah, so this is we're based. I mean, we're not at the end because we have 7 episodes, but like this is like the final conflict. This is like we're riding it out now at this point.
Yeah,
I guess it's about to pop off next episode, and then we'll ride it out. But we're there.
Yeah,
it's good. Gundam. A lot of shit this week. Can't wait for next week where it's even more shit.
You're going to love this. Trust me. Beyond Tomorrow!
I got a double of Beyond Toon World this week.
Let's fucking go.
So I doubled up today.
Sometimes you gotta.
A double to respect those who died. Rest in peace to those who died. We've got Takeichi Ryota, one Mr. Jasly Dominicals.
Fuck yeah.
Hold on, I did not actually pull up Mr. Ryota's pay. I have a bunch of things listed down, I just don't have the Ryota background. He was born in 1982, and he's represented by Aoni Production. He has done such roles as I'll say that one for last. In Assassination Classroom, he was Shiro.
Okay.
In Attack on Titan, he was Thomas, which is I just love whenever there's an anime guy named Thomas.
Just Thomas.
Gerald.
Bradley.
In My Hero Academia, he was one Kenji Tsurugamai, who you may not remember by name, but do you remember the cop that was a puppy dog?
Oh my god, he was the dog cop?
He was dog cop.
Fuck yeah.
He was the fucking... Oh god, if I could remember the name of the guy from Space Patrol Delta. Fuck. Rex... Power Rangers, is this anything to you?
Oh no, yeah, the fucking...
Doggy Howser?
The fucking... That's definitely it. No, yeah, the blue dog. The blue dog, and everyone's like, how does he fit his fucking snout inside the Power Rangers helmet? Yes, yeah. I know exactly
He's not that guy, no, but I'm just thinking about that guy now. I'm
thinking about Power Rangers doggy.
Yeah, in Dr. Stone, it was Jasper, who was I think he was like the village elder in the first season.
Jasper
not like the village elder.
No, Jasper, yeah, God, Dr. Stone's so fucking good. Did I tell you I read all that, like, over a week?
You didn't, but I think, no, you did.
It's so good. It's so good. Anyway.
In Id Invaded, which is a show that I fucking love. I don't know if it's good, but it hits like a real great Criminal Minds ass. Like,
okay, I like things that aren't good either. I'm a Gundam podcaster.
Yeah. He was Fukuda, who is the man with who like drilled a hole into his head. He trepanned himself.
Okay, all right.
I fucking love that character. In Heaven's Design Team, because I keep coming back to that, he is Unabara, who is you need to watch Heaven's Design Team. I think you would really like this show. It's only like 12, 13 episodes.
I'd like to watch it.
I'm gonna just show you what this guy looks like. He's just a big fucking beefcake of a man. Tremendous. And he is the softest boy he is just very soft. He's very soft and very nice.
Oh, I love a guy in a fucking nice vest like that, little sweater vest going on Mr. Rogers' ass. Like, oh,
yes. And lastly, in Haikyuu, do you have a guess?
Is he in the main?
No, he's not on Karasuno. He's not on Karasuno.
He's on Karasuno. Okay.
He's not on Karasuno.
Yeah. Is he on Abojosai?
No.
Oh. God, I'm stumped because there's a lot of boys in that damn show.
You're gonna kick yourself after this one because he is in fact one Ushijima Wakatoshi.
Oh, okay, yeah, fucking yeah, okay, all right, yeah, okay.
That's
my friend Jasly.
Yeah, that's Jasly.
Outstanding.
And also to respect the fallen, one Hikasa Yoko, Japanese voice actress and singer associated with I'm Enterprise. And she's got a couple of roles on here that I included because I thought they were funny, such as, for example, Birdie the Mighty Decode 02. She was Shrine Maiden in episode 23.
Tremendous.
In ReZero Starting Life in Another World, she was Insane Woman.
Good.
But then here we go. So we got in Hada Monogatari, she was Higasa. Pokemon XY, she was Nami. Which I don't know that gen. Is that a gym leader?
No, so that might have been like the Japanese name of it. Nami. Who the fuck is Nami? That just might be like the Japanese name of a voice of a gym leader.
Moira?
That's not a gym leader.
Moria.
That just might be an anime character.
Yeah, she's just a character that appears. Okay, she barely has an entrance. She had a talon flame.
Oh yeah, fucking Marie Antoinette looking ass. She has a Chinchino though, and I do like Chinchino. So.
She does?
Apparently, according to the Pokemon Wiki.
Okay, I guess, yeah, alright, I'll trust you on that. In Danganronpa, she was one Kirigiri Kyoko.
Fuck yeah!
In K-On! Akiyama
okay,
Mio.
Classics.
Akiyama Mio in K-On!
Good.
In Id Invaded, again, she was Keiko Kikuchi, who's like a one-episode character who gets murdered by one of the Criminal Minds guys, but I just think it's funny that both she and Jasly were in that show.
Yeah.
Little Witch Academia, one Diana Cavendish.
Fuck yeah.
Jujutsu Kaisen. You got a guess for that one?
Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yes.
Is she Maki?
No. I feel like you might not get this one. So I'm gonna give it. It's one of my favorite lesbians, Iori Utahime.
Okay, no, yeah, that would have taken me quite a few guesses.
Yeah. Character who definitely exists and is important to the show. In Cells at Work Code Black, she is the white blood cell. Have you seen this?
Yeah.
Have you seen that design? Have you watched Cells at Work?
Yeah, white blood cell's the one with like the hair covering half the face, right?
In both, but there's also Code Black, which is like Cells at Work, the original, takes place in like an ostensibly largely healthy body. Whereas Cells at Work Code Black is like in the body of like a 50-year-old guy who is like a chronic smoker and like doesn't eat very well, and so like his body is just in a state of disrepair. Anyways, I'm just gonna show you like the cover image, and she is the white blood cell depicted here. Just take a look, see.
Oh, she's breasting boobily.
Yeah, she's breasting hugely boobily. I liked Cells at Work Code Black, and listen, not all of it was because there was a huge breasted woman covered in blood half the time, but a good chunk of it. Like, look at the fucking, look at the cover art. Look at the fucking cover of the first volume of manga. Like, they knew what they were pulling. They knew they knew who they were pulling for. Moriarty the Patriot, she was one of my all-time favorite iterations of Irene Adler, who...
I don't know if it was you and me having this conversation at like right at the beginning of IBO, or if it was a conversation I had like either during G Gundam or Wing, but like I'm certain that we've talked about Moriarty the Patriot, the James Bond Irene Adler thing.
Yeah,
I think it was us at the very beginning of this run.
That might be the case. Just in case it wasn't me, and this is like you remember from something far older.
Yeah, in case I'm imprinting memories I never had.
What happens in season 2 of Moriarty the Patriot, which is a show about what if Moriarty was a good guy, actually, well, an anti-hero, kind of. Like, his entire shtick is that he like sets up scenarios for like people, for like poor people who've been fucked over by the noble class, to get revenge. Like, people who've just like treated the poors as, there's like, he just like sets up he just sets up perfect crimes basically for wannabe murderers of the lower class. Direct action, baby. But so in season 2, Irene Adler shows up, as she is wont to do in James Bond stories, and she fakes her death and then transes their gender and says, I'm not a woman anymore. I'm cutting off all of my hair and I'm going to bind my breasts, and my name is now James Bond.
That's right. That's so fucking good. That's so fucking choice.
And lastly, in Shaman King, she is one Asakura Yo.
Fucking what?
Okay. Thank you.
Respect to Lofter. Good lord.
Thank you, Hikasa-san.
Good shit. Damn, those are some fucking heavy hitters.
Yeah. Max, who's your robot of the week?
Oh, Sarah, I'm so glad you asked because I definitely have an answer. My robot of the week. Oh, I got this. Hold on. No, I got to look it up because my robot of the week is the Chevrolet CK-1500, which is the starting truck you have in acclaimed video game of me, SnowRunner. Cars are robots. It's just like it's a strand game. You play as you have cars and you got to fucking fix up like areas that have floods and disasters and snows and whatnot. But you're starting cars this like dumpy ass Chevy truck that just like is no good for anything. But you can kind of fix it to kind of be pretty nice. But it's just this starting car that I still have in my garage because I quite like it a little bit. Chevy CK-1500, my beloved.
I'm respect.
Respect on the truck. And that'll do it. That's taking us to the close. Sarah, go ahead and hit those plugs.
Yeah, I'm Sarah. You can find me on Twitter at sunhatzhenya, SUNHATZHENYA. All my podcasts are linked in the Twitter, but the important ones are Fear Baiting, coming back soon, baby. I've not actually set that up yet, but the return is in the works, I promise. Ford ReZero also should have a new episode out within a couple of days of this one going up, and we're back on the horse for that. And yeah, those are the podcasts. If you want to check out all my shit though, it's in the bio of that Twitter. Yeah, that's all my shit. That's how I'm just plugging my shit now.
Yeah, hell yeah. I'm Max. You can go to Twitter at MaxBajillion to find me. You can go to Pod Agreed Cast on Twitter to listen to Pod Agreed. There's no point plugging our tournament right now because it'll have been over by the time this episode gets posted.
Yeah.
Actually, it's not true. If you listen to this episode, the morning it gets posted. At 1 p.m., the semifinals and finals of our fourth annual Cup of Greed tournament will be happening. I think it's our No, it's our fourth annual. It's really cool to do a tournament every year. We all make like 4-kid-style personas and have themed decks and everything. It's a really great time. You can also go to Nope, that's this one. You can also go to Slappers Only Pod on Twitter to listen to Slappers Only, which is a video game music showdown podcast. One of these days, Jordan and I gonna get back to it. Promise. It's a threat. And also thank you to our friend Matt GameCube, who runs Noisepace.xyz, which is the podcast network all of our shows are on.
Salute the Podfather.
The Podfather. You can find all these shows, many, many more. Noisepace.xyz. And to close, Sarah, what do we always say?
War is bad.
Wow, cool robot.
Bye.
See you for more bullshit.